What is crtc and how many outputs can I enable using xrandr? I'm using a Lenovo X220i ThinkPad, running Crunchbang Linux, which uses the openbox window manager. The laptop has a DP and VGA plug on the side. Hooking up the DP and VGA cables and running xrandr, I notice that the following outputs are available/active. If I try to enable more than 2, using any combination, then I get the error cannot find crtc for output 4, for 1/dp1/lvds1. What is crtc? How do I find out how many are available? Is it possible to add more in software or perhaps through a xrandr card? Thanks.
CRTC stands for Cathode Ray Tube Controller, but Wikipedia prefers Video Display Controller. They're still often called CRTCS. Technical terms can be slow to change sometimes. There's always a more complicated explanation, but an adequate summary is that each CRTC corresponds to a video buffer on a video card that is destined to be output. I chose this specific wording to highlight some nuances. A software screen, such as the one used for a headless VNC server, will use RAM for video memory and not have anything to do with a video card, or get any hardware acceleration from one. No CRTCS needed because it's not on the video card. If you're using a video card to render a scene and then getting the final results buffer back into memory/disk, there is no CRTC involved because it's not bound for output, despite using the video card's rendering capabilities in memory. A video card may support outputting one CRTC to multiple displays. They must be the same resolution and may or may not, I don't know, have to be the same frequency. Simply using display settings to show the same screen on 2 or more displays is likely to not take advantage of this, and be mirroring the final buffer on 2 CRTCS. Making sure that a single CRTC is being cloned onto 2 displays is, so far, beyond my technical ability. So to answer your other questions, how do I find out how many CRTCS are available? $xrandr list providers column number column 1 provider 0 column ID column 0 by 4 decap column 0 XB source output sync offload CRTCS column 4 outputs column 10 associated providers column 0 main column Intel. Notice that, like you, I have more outputs than CRTCS column 4 outputs column 10. There are good reasons that outputs are numerous, mostly coming down to video ports having a lot of convenience baked in. A DisplayPort connector may have 2 or 3 outputs associated with it if daisy chaining is supported. A DVI connector may be split into its digital and analog components to run one monitor of each type. The old lazy solution was to clone these in hardware, but it's now common for video devices to have a DV and a VGA output associated with such a port. A laptop dock can easily double the number of outputs, and then some, because they want to offer the convenience of abundant extra connectors on the dock. A video device may have unimplemented connectors because it's been rushed to production or because it's a re-implementation of another device, but has some connectors omitted. Is it possible to add more CRTCS and software or perhaps through a xrandr card? Since CRTCS are provided by IPU, the only way to have more is to add a video device that will work simultaneously with the one you already have. I know this is possible, and that there are many limitations, but nothing more. You'll have to research multiple IPU setups to see if this is even feasible for you. P.S. I am learning a lot of this just today and stumbled upon your question during my own research.
CRTC stands for Cathode Ray Tube Controller. In ancient times, Monitors used to use a CRT, the heavy devices made of glass, rather than the LCD display of today.
I'm afraid that it's hardware limitation in your display device. I've similar situation, laptop T430 with docking station. I can use in parallel 3 of monitors, 2DP and LVDS or 3DP or LVDS and DP and HDMI. But enabling any monitor more show me the same error like yours.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.